Hello and welcome to the Scottish Model Airshow 2002, being held on the weekend of the 8th and 9th of June here at Fife Airport, Glenrothes. Now, as you can see, and this is a shot of the main runway, it's extremely misty, and this is due to the haar coming in off the North Sea. So if you didn't know what the haar was before, you certainly do now. It may well be some time before we can actually get aircraft in the sky. Now, if I start to pan round to the right, here we'll see a shot in the distance of the trade stands. You can just make them out there, no more through the mist. And if I continue round to the right, we'll have a shot of the main hangar. Again, you just see it there in the mist. It's always a hive of activity at this time in the morning at these events. We've moved a little bit closer now, and I swear blind you can actually see mist swirling about inside the hangar itself. But hopefully as the day progresses, this will lift and we can indeed get some flying done. Shot now of the transmitter pound. This has been very ably run by members of the Hamilton Club, who are just waiting on the pilots coming down to have their transmitters checked in prior to flying. And a shot now of the traders area. Not much movement here at the moment. It's only 8:45. Very quiet, very dreich, very misty. And all the years I've flown here at Glenrothes, I don't think I've seen conditions quite as bad. Shot now inside the transmitter control tent. These gents all hanging about there like coiled springs, just waiting on the punters coming along to help them get their stuff checked in. Shot now of Stuart Adams on the right there with the coil of wire. He's in charge of the PA system. And to the left there, Peter Brown. He's the treasurer of the association. Very nice chap to know. And here we have the very first pilot to check in. Well done, sir. You don't realise it yet, but you've just won a trip to the Bahamas for two. And a shot now of Peter McKenna, Vice Chairman of the Association, getting his notes ready prior to his pilot briefing. Shot now again of the traders area. They've managed to get out their beds and get the place organised. What we have here now is a shot of a couple of the traders who have come up from down south, and most welcome they are too. Now here we have the flight line, display line. It's becoming quite busy. And you'll see this year there's a lot of jets, more and more jets as the years progress. Quite why I'm not terribly certain, because speaking as a pure pensioner, the cost of some of these models, to me at any rate, is quite frightening. But what we're seeing here at the moment is the models being scrutinised. Now Alec Kennedy, he's a member of the council, and he's got a job of going round making sure all the models are in an airworthy condition. Now what you'll see him doing in particular with this tornado is he'll check all the flying control surfaces to make sure that there's nothing about to fall off, that all the linkages between servo, horns and all the rest of it are as they should be. And once he's done that, what he does is he puts a small sticker, usually on the fin somewhere, and that will indicate to the flight line director that the model is fit for flying. Now he's going to move on shortly to a Sea Vixen, and here we have it. It's the Avalon 110 Sea Vixen. I think this is ducted fan powered. I'll just check out the flying surfaces there. Everything seems to be in order, and that one will get a sticker as well. And we'll be seeing it in the show a little bit later. Shot now of Airwolf. You may remember a very popular television series from America about a helicopter. And here's Don Imrie, Chairman of the Association. That's him in red. Speaking.
Okay, another announcement then please for our pilots. We have some people who are still requiring to check in with transmitters. Could you please pay careful attention? If your name's here, or if you see that person, could you pass on, please, tell them they must check in transmitter control. Keith Mitchell, he's okay. Steve Brett, Jim Curry, and I did see you, Jim. Donald Grant, the Flying Day. Thank you very much.
Tried it again, the same thing with this time. It's stuck at last book.
Probably a few shouts.
So you're fueled up and everything?
No, we don't time.
Any ladies here? No. Right.
There's a couple, I think. David, a couple going after him, Brian, like. Few gear bastards, mate.
Okay, right, good morning gentlemen and welcome to the 2002 Scottish Model Airshow. Now it is a requirement of the Air Navigation Order that MD who intends to fly a public airshow must attend a pilot's briefing. So let me get started. Take them off. Right. First of all, gentlemen, Fife Airport must be kept open for emergencies. Should an emergency arise, the flight line controller will instruct all pilots to land. Please do so with a sense of urgency, but safely. What will normally happen is that if you hear the klaxon going for up there, they prefer to work with a klaxon should they have an emergency. And in the past we've had a few which haven't been emergencies but basically nosy pilots coming here. I know TAM has been served on Fife Airport. However, no all pilots tend to read these things. So should that happen, a klaxon will sound and basically just come down as quick as you can. We must vacate this area, so the minute you get down we've got to clear this area for any incoming flights coming in. Right. Start box must be used. All models should be pointed towards the runway. That's piston engine, except gas turbines. Gas turbines, the burly bit faces this end. All models must be range checked. Now, this is a new one. Last year we had a model that went down that had it been range checked, we'd probably have spotted that, and that was the one that went down in the car park. We cannot have repeated that. So all models must be range checked. The reason I'll tell you the way we intend to do that is that when you start up, we want the model basically retained up there. The pilot walks on down here. It's just about the right distance for a range check.
One of our people flew last night, did they have to do it?
Yes. All models flying must be range checked. It's amazing what a range check can pick up. So the model is actually retained up there. The pilot walks down here, carries out a range check, everything's okay, and the model proceeds down as it takes off.
Just restrain them.
He says he just sections them. Anyway,
Give them an 18 or a 24.
right, Barry's going to talk here on TX control.
Right guys, just this year, slots, the way they're getting allocated, there's a lot of aircraft here and a lot of pilots. Realistically, through today we hope every pilot was 2 flights per day and try and change the aircraft around. Okay? To do that we need your help. We're given the slots are getting allocated, a lot of gas turbines, scale, all those lines. There'll be 1 or 2 single slots for various reasons, like the big gap, and there's also some special jets, so they'll be getting the single slots, but other than that, we're just going to go with it. The other thing I'd just like to say is we need your help to do that, so we're going to be giving a call over the PA system when we expect you to come up and get your transmitter. Okay. If there's 3 aircraft in each slot, if the 2 pilots don't turn up by the time it's ready to go, that slot will be scrubbed. Okay. We cannot have a situation where we've got 1 pilot wanting on that because the other 2 haven't turned up. So it's up to you guys to come up and see where you're standing on the slot. We'll be looking somewhere between 8 and 10 minutes per slot. Okay, irrespective of single slots or not.
1, 2.
He's Irish.
1, 2.
Says it all.
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, once again, and it is turning out to be a good morning. Welcome to the 2002 Scottish Model Airshow here in sunny Glenrothes. This is about 15 years we've been here, and we've managed to fly on 75% of those days, and we're going to make it today. There was some worries earlier on, but I can tell you we have the most fantastic show here for you today. We're going to see some real treats as we get going, and you'll see a lot of busyness over at the far side of the flight area here. You see there's a few of those jets getting themselves all worked up and ready, and it does take a few minutes, so you'll bear with us as we do get ourselves started here. The delay, of course, has been that horrible fog that was coming through, but we did have a call earlier on from the AA, and they were saying they were having a little bit of a problem with the sun. It was stuck at the Forth Road Bridge. They couldn't find the 80 pence to get it across, so we expect the sun a little bit later. In the meantime, we are set for a fantastic day, as I said, and I know we're all looking forward to the first slot. And it's one of our local heroes here. It's Tim Curry from the Cumbernauld Flying Club, and Tim will start us off with his really absolutely quite magnificent jet aircraft here. And if you do get a chance during the day to see these aircraft, at times they'll be up in the hangar, times they'll be down in the flight line, but I invite you really to have a look at the detail that's gone into these models. Absolutely superb detail, and you should spend some time and go and look at it. I'm going to shut up for a minute. We're having a little technical hitch with the microphones. We're getting through it, so if we're interrupted, don't worry.
1, 2, 1, 2.
You want me to talk some more, Oscar? Yes, I'll keep talking. I can talk anything you know what's called about urban area. Waiting for Tim Curry.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Absolutely first rate. Yes, that was definitely cutting me.
This has been flown by Johnny Murray. Johnny Murray flying Alan Pride out of the Boomerang. So here's the purpose. Scotty is a well-known jet model. Scotland had the second Jet World Championships, did very well for us. Very experienced jet modeler and very attractive and accurate colour scheme. And good job of it. This has a Simjet turbine in it, this model. Built a kit supplied by speed of more than 175 miles. More than 175 miles. Yeah, we're just warning our pilots of the spectators up on the hill there. We have to keep clear of them. Might be changing our flight pattern somewhat. After a very attractive show, I'm sure you'll agree. Here it comes, flaring out. Good shotting with the F-16. Really super display. Peter Brown and Bill Stewart. Attention please, because we beat now. Comes landing now. Here's the Tornado. Flaring out nicely, approaching the runway. Left wing.
Down, so you get yourself ready. We're getting all sorts of people coming in. But I can tell you this a little bit because I've got it. This is a Ghana, it's got a 36-inch wingspan with a nowhere. Was telling me earlier that the lady is expecting a baby in
North Flying Club. Tom's actually been flying for 40 years plus, we're told. So this is his first time flying here at the Scottish show, and we're very pleased to see that. Absolutely throwing that thing around up there, and it's very good, very entertaining to see that.
After the hair ride.
Started off with the plan, and then it's something that most people take the time, plan, and eventually they can fly in Sicily. Everyone, I'm going to start there with those three very confident plans. Good hand for them for Northern.
And on the flight line, standing there on the hard standing, ready to take off, we have two B-17 flying fortresses. Beautiful scale model, flown throughout the UK, the various model air shows, flown by father and son, Andy and Dave Johnson. Each plane has four 38. Very spectacular, low down, fly past down the flight line, in formation, room together flight formation. Here we come, ready low. The other one on the finals. Beautiful sight. Forget it, very three things, but you'll see the first thing that they're doing is they're doing very slow, very slow. Should be a bit worrying. Right on. If you're not quite sure which way it's going to go. You're not supposed to fly upside down, but there you go, it does fly upside down. Very much relying on nothing but the skill of the pilot.
So if you look along from left to right, well, I'm not sure which way round it was, whether they started with fixed wing and then went to helicopter, or it was the other way round. We've cut the grass already, Stuart. It's okay.
Okay. Our video camera, training aircraft, training command, consideration, reasonable taking off, the top sideways. These aircraft will take off in technically short space, then 3 standard pilot airborne, this one is a just at 8 signals. Flying the top of the and this was the machine which was killed on the 21st of April 1918. It was known as the big of the white colours of the aircraft. That's good. I don't think a pilot would normally have done that in the First World War, but very nice still, shows it can be done. The flights were tested by Roderick Coffin himself. Going down again. And he furnished the German Air Service with some extremely effective fighting aircraft. And here comes the Fokker G7 to land. Here she comes, and she's nicely down. Nicely, Dave. Nice one, David. I take that. And here's the comes up every year. You see, he's a long-standing member of the SAA, so there you are, has that for long-standing and long distance. So here's come through Mole, coming to land the DR1, ready to win, very nicely and on a nice landing. Hail now.
And it's 54.4 kilograms.
Come on, the run! Right.
Having to hold that aircraft, and it took 2,500 hours to build. 3.5 years, time. Up there and builder, Dr. Keith Mitchell. Written on by hand. That's where all of those hours were spent. 2,500 hours. They had 130 absolutely superb. Aircraft, flying, yes, piloting, and there's a raffle being held at the far end of the runway, that's the end nearest to Tipsy Nipper. You'll see there you go, absolutely first rate, I'm sure that lesson, and I think you would enjoy that. So get along there and get yourself a prize. Get the odd raffle ticket. Tommy, NC950, Squadron Coastal Command. Superb example of the British two receivers, most of it just carry one receiver on a model aircraft, but usually carry two receivers. Slightly different frequency. 3 minutes, 30 seconds. If you get a chance later on and have a look at it, it'll be in the hangar later, and I think you'll just see how superb it is. Look at those landing lights on, coming down, and it is very, very perfect when you look at that, coming down. Fantastic, absolutely terrific. What a big hand, please, then, for Dr. Keith Mitchell with the Bristol Bullfighter, absolutely superb. I'm going to hand you back to Mike now, thanks for the talk. Ridiculous one, they're taking this time. That's it. We have an unusual jet. Still, describe the graphics. really skilled in, and it's absolutely fantastic. Some absolutely skilled piloting there, Tim Curry. Look at that coming down. Oh, isn't it beautiful? Oh, yes, somebody there, a perfect one. Well done. Three very good pilots up there. Tim Curry. Isn't that fantastic? I understand from sources that we talked about there, who they met in Florida. One flew down top of the range stop. Here comes a nice low pass. Slow pass, everything down, gear down. Beautiful, beautiful display at low level for it. Flaring out and a lovely landing. What a big hand, John Happy. Oil and white brown.
Hey, pressure, you can pick your transmitter up now. There you go. Some lovely flying being going on there. I've just been having a wander along the stalls, and if you get a chance to go along the stalls, I'll just tell you a wee bit about them as you go by. Give yourself a chance to go and have a look, because there is some interesting. You're at 3 o'clock, and remember that for the flight, and you see all the wonderful flying that goes on. People have to start somewhere, and the important thing is that when people do start, that they get the correct instructions.
To the common feedback. The announcement there, if the owner of a Winter season estate, 22 FJ, if you like to report with a Japanese marking,
Can you just hold off just now? We want to get our truck onto the runway.
And the Jetwells are the extensive knowledge of models. They've got wide-ranging skills, and they have produced some really first-class designs, both in sport and scale. And here's John and that's up there too, the one that's throttle back under control. And he's there. Big hand, John tapping.
Whether it's an Airshow tank, but I've seen the Magister in a few different sizes flying here, and it tends to be from Airshow people that are flying it.
Sorry, could you make the way to GS control, please?
All code with a very nice model of the Magister running. Must say that Alex Kennedy flies that Tiger one. Doing a superb job, and I know they're trying to keep the show going as much to its time because and walking along now. Come on, children, the more the merrier. Come along here. Martin Gould, you're not the children.
Definitely staying down this way, right? I'll go and get them.
Well, you're never going to believe this, but second commentator with me this afternoon, Michael Bulcott, has just won a flight. Whoa! Give him a big hand. That's a bit of a cheat. Well done, Michael.
About the same as it was, but at least it's reasonably warm and we can see what's happening. On the hard standing now we have a Spitfire and a Mustang.
Kennedy, reeling into the TX control.
Anyway, it's very double plate now. Getting
I hope you get a chance to look at it later on. There's John Tappan there walking out with him, of course, is the builder, Ian Richardson. Ian on the Permacritic School, I beg your pardon. And this is F100D Super Sabre. With that aircraft. I think that's enough. See and watch very, very carefully. Get your cameras ready, get everything out, get your movie stuff. Ready, steady!
Just what you love, Jerry, a couple of gliders.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, listen to Lindsay and Dave. You don't know anything about airplanes, leave it alone. The boys in here say that everybody at Hamilton will vouch for that, Jim. I think there's one or two aeroplanes coming out here, guys. I think we're going to get some good flying very shortly.
throttling back. Beautiful wheelie. How's that for a nice way?
Ladies and gentlemen, I've bored you all weekend with the talk about the fantastic aircraft and the flying and things like that. I'm going to say nothing. I hope you've enjoyed it. I certainly have. I'm sorry about today. We didn't book that. It was booked to be better weather. Can I introduce now our chairman, Don Emery, who will take over for the presentations.
Thanks very much, Ken. I would only reiterate what Ken has said, that we're bitterly disappointed about the weather today, obviously, but there is absolutely nothing we can do about that. Accidents in the weather are the two curses of competition organisers and event organisers. Nothing we can do. So, without further ado, I'll just get right into this. There's a few people I'd like to just say a wee special thank you to before we start. Gentlemen standing beside this stall over here. Every year I forget to thank somebody, and last year was Andy McHugh's turn. And I think Doug will verify, if it hadn't been for Andy, we might never have had this show in the first place. Doug Thornton thought about it. Andy financed the airfield for the first 3 years and has continued to support the SAA stalwartly since then. I'd just like you to put your hands together for that. The people that man the gates and get soaked here every year are the Glenrothes Club, Model Aircraft Club members. And they're probably still out there in the mud. They're pushing 4 cars out of the caravan site at the moment, I gather. So they can't be here, but thanks very much for that. Just say before you clap, that shows are made by spectacular models. There's not a lot more spectacular models than these two we've seen up here. We had 3 last year, one of them got damaged. These 2 guys took all the time and trouble to get theirs working and come up here. A real warm round of applause for these 2 gentlemen. A lot of you will be saying, well, why didn't the Beaufighter win that? Okay. We have chosen to award, is Keith Mitchell here? Keith, cloth ears, could you come to the front, please? We just say it as it is here. Keith has come up here for the past 2 or 3 years with this fabulous Beaufighter. I'm not patronising the guy, it's just fabulous. I can't use my normal expressions because Jerry's videoing me right now. But it refers to parts of my dog's anatomy. Absolutely fabulous. We're going to award you, Keith, the Best Warbird Award, which is still at the engravers just now, but it will be with you very soon. And I'd like to thank you very sincerely for coming all that way in the rain and flying in models.
Thanks, Dawn. Can I say, on behalf of us Sassenachs,
you can't even pronounce it.
I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. What's that you said?
Nothing.
And then those from the LMA, that we do very much appreciate the invitation. And I have said this before, but it stands repetition, that I would say in terms of all the events that we go to up and down the UK, the friendliest of events are always in Scotland. And it just seems that you forget your troubles between clans and you extend to the English, if not our football team, a warm welcome, and certainly my wife and I enjoy coming in on behalf of Andy and Dave and the family and the rest of us who come from time to time. Thank you very much. We do enjoy coming, but for heck's sake, can you plan some decent weather? Thank you very much.
The ones I forgot to mention this year were the poor sods in the cookhouse down there, keeping all the helpers fed with burgers and things, Willie Cairns and Alison. Sorry I forgot to mention, but I forget someone every year. Have I forgotten anyone else?
Still there feeding?
They're still down there feeding people. Thanks very much for coming, and I hope you'll all come back next year. The sun will shine, we promise it. The law of averages says it must sooner or later. Thanks very much.